December 12, 1978. A 261-metre freighter vanishes in the North Atlantic. No distress call. No debris. Just one empty lifeboat. This is wings and wrecks, how machines fail and what saves the people inside them. But the cause wasn't a rogue wave, it was cargo shift. Improperly lashed containers broke free, slamming into the hull. Water flooded the holds, adding thousands of tons. The ship listed, the shift worsened, and the hull tore apart. Why did the crew trust her so completely? She was a marvel of 1970s German engineering. 261 metres of steel, built to carry nearly 2,000 containers. That confidence would prove fatal. But her strength was an illusion. Her deck was a patchwork of hatches, each a potential weak point. Waves could slam against them with the force of a battering ram. On that December night, waves estimated at 90 feet slammed into those hatches, tearing them open and flooding the holds. The ship was suddenly fighting for survival. What did the München sail into that night? By December 12th, she was 300 miles southwest of the Azores. The storm had been building for days, with winds near 100 knots. On the bridge, the barometer fell and the horizon disappeared. By nightfall, waves were 90 feet tall as a 10-story building, moving at 40 knots, each struck with the force of a wrecking ball. What happened inside the holds as the ship rolled? Cargo was shifting. Containers tore loose, slamming against the hull. As the ship rolled, the weight moved with it. The München began to list, slowly and inexorably. Could the lashings hold? Every container was lashed with steel rods and turnbuckles, a system designed to hold fast. But in the North Atlantic, even the strongest lashing has a breaking point. The forces are staggering. A single wave can exert over 30 tons per square metre on a hatch cover. The München's hatches were built for 15. That gap was fatal. When the first wave tore open a hatch, water poured in, adding thousands of tons. The ship listed, the cargo shifted, and each wave found a weaker target. She was undone by a chain of failures. Why did the hatches fail so easily? They were built to a standard that assumed the waves could never rise above a certain height. But the North Atlantic had other plans. The design standard assumed 15 tons per square metre. A 90-foot wave can exert over 30, more than double. That gap was fatal. What happened when the first wave hit? It buckled the covers. Water poured in. With each wave, the flooding worsened. The ship, already listing, was losing the battle. How did the sea finish the job? It did not strike once. It struck again and again. Each wave a hammer blow on steel, already weakened. Each impact stressed the lashings further. Steel rods bent. Turnbuckles slipped. The cargo shifted a little more until the list became permanent. A slow, fatal tilt. The München did not sink in a single moment. She was undone by a chain of failures, each one compounding, until the sea claimed her. What was the only trace of the München? 3 days later, a single empty lifeboat drifted into the search zone. No distress call had ever been received. Why no distress call? The flooding was too sudden, the list too severe. The sea took the ship before her crew could cry for help. Why did the rules fail? They were written in a calmer age, an age that assumed the sea would always behave. The München's loss exposed that as a deadly fiction. In the years that followed, the IMO rewrote those rules. New solar standards demanded stronger hatch covers and cargo lashing that could hold through a hurricane. The München's ghost sails in every regulation that keeps a modern ship afloat. On every modern container ship, the hatch covers are stronger, the lashings tighter, the rules stricter. The München's ghost is not a mystery. It is a lesson. The sea is unforgiving, and she taught us to respect its power. Every failure leaves a lesson. Subscribe so you don't miss the next investigation, our next video.